folks? Ready to take a mystery trip through the wood wide web? Wahoo! Wow, these are some gnarly trees. How old do you think they are? 60 years old? 500 years old? 4,000 years old? That's like older than that expired milk in the BioBarn fridge. This is a harsh environment to grow in, so you know they're tough if they can survive here. Yep, we're in Great Basin National Park in the United States, home to bristlecone pine trees that are more than 4,000 years old. They're the oldest living organisms on Earth.
Oldest non-clonal organisms, actually. That just means we've been living alone for a long time, instead of with a group. There are other coral and plants that have been around longer.
Hi, sir. I'm Bello. You may have known my great-great-grandparents. No, wait, great-great-great-great-grandparents. 4,000 years old. That would be my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great. Time to hop into the Wood Wide Web for another mystery trip. Wahoo! Where are we? It's so dark and damp. Oh, wait. That's my favorite environment. I'm underground with some berries and seeds. Look at the seeds sprout. I love watching this happen. Our little babies are ready to take on the world and grow into beautiful plants that will have more babies. What just happened? Cremini mushrooms! Did we just get eaten by a bird? When birds eat berries or seeds, they become accidental gardeners. When undigested seeds pass through them and get pooped out in other places. Speaking of pooping, it looks like the end is in sight. Bird poop? Oh, gross. But nutritious for the seeds. Look, we're sprouting again. Seed to sprout to plant. Amazing. I should write my own book on the plant life cycle. I'll call it A Fun Guide to Plants. Super neat. But I should go and find a shower. I'm smelling a bit ripe after today's journey.
Ew.
Hey, folks! You're just in time for another mystery trip. Whee! Can't wait to see where we end up. Cremini mushrooms! Who forgot to close the freezer door?
Hello?
Whoa! We're on a glacier! Cool! Literally. They look like frozen mountains. But did you know that glaciers are always slowly moving? And they're super important to our planet. Glaciers help regulate our planet's temperature. They reflect sunlight back into space, which helps keep the Earth cool. Without glaciers, the planet would be much warmer. They also provide fresh water for people and animals all around the world. Glaciers are home to amazing animals like polar bears, penguins, and seals. These animals rely on the ice for their habitats and food. Glaciers are pretty incredible. I wonder if my new friends know of a quicker way home. Or I might not make it back until the next ice age. Looks like it's time for another mystery trip. Let's see where we go today. Wahoo! And it looks like we're in a garden? Cremini mushrooms! I love the green space. I wonder why we got sent here. Hello! Oh, a ladybug. They're fascinating creatures. Did you know that ladybugs are actually a type of beetle? They start out hatching from tiny eggs as larvae. Whoa! Baby ladybugs look like aliens. After a few weeks, the larva forms a pupa to metamorphose into our favorite spotted insect. They're cute and adorable. Look at them climb around. But they're also an important part of the ecosystem because they eat harmful insects, like aphids and other bugs that can spread diseases and destroy crops. single ladybug can eat up to 50 of them a day. They're a natural pest control. They also like to eat pollen and nectar, so a good way to encourage them to come live in your garden is to plant more wildflowers around. Helpful and fashionable. I wonder if I can get a red and black cap too. I'm gonna have to make an appointment with my cap stylist. Hey, Planet Protectors! Time for another mystery trip! Wahoo! Where will we end up today? Phew! It's wet and humid here, huh? Oh, look at all the interesting-looking trees. We must be in a mangrove forest. Mangroves are types of trees that have evolved to survive in saltwater rivers and coastlines. Some of them even grow on exposed roots like stilts to stay above the water when the tides come in. Cremini mushrooms! I might need some stilts myself, or longer legs. They mainly grow in tropical and subtropical places and have been around for ages. We've even found mangrove tree fossils that date back to 75 million years ago. All their different species play an important role. Not only do they protect the shoreline from extreme weather and erosion, they act as important carbon sinks too, absorbing and trapping carbon dioxide from the air to help fight climate change. Mangrove forests also support rich, biodiverse ecosystems. Their complex root systems function as nurseries for baby fish and provide shelter and food to a wide range of animals. Birds, monkeys, crabs, and even caimans and gators. Yikes! They don't eat mushrooms, do they? Maybe it's time to find some drier land. Hiya, folks! It's time to head off on another mystery trip around the Earth's connected waterways. Wahoo! It's like a water slide! Whee! Whoa! Looks like we're exploring rivers today, and fast ones at that. I should have remembered my raft. Good thing I'm the naturally floaty type of fungi. Rivers are one of my favorite parts of the Earth's connected waterways. And while they can be fun for rafting and canoeing and paddleboarding, they play a super important role in the ecosystem. Rivers are formed when rain or melting snow collects in high places and flows downward with the help of gravity, meaning all rivers flow one way, down, usually into lakes and oceans, so they can evaporate into the clouds and turn into rain again. Along the way, they provide drinking water and food sources for all sorts of animals, and even transport nutrients around for plants. And not only do these waterways sustain plants and animals, but they also connect people. In old-timey days, villages and towns were often set up near rivers because the rivers provided water, food, and an easy way to travel to other people for trade. Before we had cars and roads, rivers were the world's highways. When you think about it, rivers kind of function like veins for planet Earth. They carry important things around, and when you look at them on a map, they sometimes look like veins too. Cremini mushrooms. Time for a little rest and relaxation, and to watch the water flow by. Now that's my favorite type of live stream. Get it? Live stream? Hi, friends. Ready for a trip to another one of Earth's connected waterways? Wahoo! What's that smell? It's a little gassy here. Cremini mushrooms. We must be in a swamp. It's kind of icky here, but swamps are a vital part of nature. These muddy wetland areas work like nature's water treatment plants. They clean water by absorbing waste and impurities as it flows through the swamp's soil and plant life. Swamps and wetlands also act as giant sponges that soak up and hold in water to protect surrounding areas from flooding and heavy rains. Isn't that neat? And a lot of animals call the swamp home, since it's full of nutrients and food, giving wetlands as much biodiversity as rainforests. Swampland often has a funky rotten egg smell, though. Ugh. This lingering marsh gas is caused by decaying plant matter, releasing sulfur and methane as it breaks down. Phew, that wasn't me. No, really, it was totally the swamp. Maybe that's enough marshland for today. Smell you later, fungi friends. Bye. Whee! It's time for another mystery trip. I wonder what part of the world's waterways we'll end up in today. Whee! I wonder where we are. Wow, it's pretty here. Looks like we're exploring lakes today. Or nature's swimming pools, as I like to call them. Lakes and ponds are formed when rainwater and rivers pool at low spots with nowhere else to go because it's surrounded by higher land, like these mountains here. As part of the water cycle, the water that's collected in lakes evaporates up into the atmosphere to rain back down again, creating environments where plants and animals can thrive. Lakes act like water banks, storing water and nourishing life in the area. Instead of having to collect rainwater on our own, nature does it for us. And beautifully, too. Look at that view. Ah, isn't it gorgeous? Lakes also provide communities with water to drink, grow crops with, and catch food from, which is why a lot of towns were built near them. Did you know that Canada has more lakes than all the other countries in the world combined? Jumping toadstools, that's a lot. Gosh, I wonder who counted them all. Speaking of which, I think I might be lost. Which one of these lakes is this again? Maybe I can ask some of the locals for directions. Glub, glub, blub, blub, blub. Wait, did they say we're in Lake 3002 or 33,002? Hi, just in time for another mystery trip. Let's check out another part of the wondrous waterway. Jumping toadstools! There's no land in sight! We must be in the ocean. Well, at least it's soothing. Did you know that oceans cover around 70% of the Earth's surface? And they hold almost all of the water in the world! No wonder it looks endless. Oceans are a huge part of the water cycle because all the rainwater flowing in from rivers and streams get collected here. Then it all gets heated by the sun and evaporates back up into the clouds to start the cycle again. Like this. Time to duck underwater before the storm hits. Look at all the different kinds of marine life. Another cool thing about the ocean is that the water is always moving in the form of waves and water currents. Nothing stays still. This spreads warm and cold water around to make temperatures comfortable for the plants and animals, like this sea turtle.
Hello.
Ooh, and dolphins. Maybe they can lend a fin to help a stranded fungi. Excuse me, hello? Do you know which way back to land? Thanks for the lift back! The ocean sure is grand, but cremini mushrooms, it's gonna take at least 2 weeks to dry out. Look at all these wrinkles.